Hello, everybody. Brandon here. Yes, the screen is supposed to be black because I had a really awful nosebleed just now. I'm just gonna keep the fucking camera off, um, so you guys don't have to see this. If I have like labored breathing, it's because I have something wedged in my fucking nose, so it's a little harder to breathe right now. Combined with my normal allergy problems, anyway. I just had a really fucking terrifying experience involving sleep. I sort of wish this had happened right before I made my dreams video because this would fit fucking comfortably in there as a mentionable little fucking scary story. So, in case you didn't watch that video, which I don't really expect anyone to, it's like 40 something minutes, I think, of me just like waffling on about dreams. Um, I've had this experience while dreaming where I will Jesus, sorry, I'm a little out of it right now. I'm very tired. I've had this experience before where I like wake up but I can still hear a dream. So there's no visual. I'm not like hallucinating anything visual. I can just hear something that's definitely not really happening, and it's really unnerving because the other time that I've had that happen was me waking up to the sound of someone screaming, but immediate investigation of the house proved that nobody else heard that. And with how loud it was, there's no way nobody could not have heard it, except for the fact that it didn't actually happen. So I just had something similar to that, although I'm not sure. If you can have sleep paralysis with your eyes closed, because it might have actually been that, because I had the distinct sensation that I could not and should not move. But that actually just might have been a fear response. I don't know, because I had a dream, and then I woke up, and the dream was not really over, you know. Um, and I don't know if it was like just an auditory hallucination type thing, or if I was having like sleep paralysis, but somehow my eyes were closed or like most of the way closed because I couldn't see anything. Um, so, Jesus Christ, this was fucking freaky. In the dream, and this was definitely a dream, I was like walking in front of my house, and there was like some creepy guy standing in my front yard. And I went up to him. I said, "Hey, who are you?" And then he started like running, which is obviously not a good sign. Anyone who immediately runs upon being noticed is up to no good. So he starts like running like fast, but also not fast because he's got like a hitch in his step. So he's like hobbling away into my backyard, and I'm like, excuse me, wrong direction to run, buddy, because that's further into my property. So I'm chasing him, and I get around the house, and I mean, the house didn't match up to reality. So like, my backyard didn't look like, the real thing. So he like runs to this shed that doesn't really exist. And I guess like in the context of the dream, he had set up the shed like it was his, and he had just like decided to move into my house while I was out, apparently. So naturally, I'm pissed. So I start running towards the shed. I'm like, "Hey, what the fuck is this?" And he runs again, this time around the other side of my house towards the street. And I grab like a thing, some kind of like thing I intended to use as like a weapon. I don't know if I don't know if the thought in the dream was that I was going to actually attack this guy, or that I was just trying to scare him into not coming back to my house. But I started chasing him with like this thing that I was carrying with two hands. It was like a rake or a shovel or something like that. Um, but anyway, I end up hearing from other people in this dream that this guy is allegedly controlled by like a creature or a demon or a spirit or something, that says his name and then tells him to do things, and that had I not come home sooner, he might have done something horrifying. Like I snapped him out of whatever he was about to do, um, because he now had to run from me. And of course, when I hear this, I'm like, yeah, well, it's probably just him, and he has like, some sort of split personality disorder or something. So I think, yeah, obviously he is being told to do something, but there's no supernatural explanation required. And then I went inside and went to sleep. And then the next thing I know, I'm awake. And I felt this. Here's the thing. I was definitely awake when this was happening. I'm not saying anything happened. I'm saying I was definitely awake. So I at least was hallucinating some sort of auditory sensations. Or this might have been, like I said, if I don't know if sleep paralysis is possible with your eyes shut, but that could also have been what was happening. But I wake up and I can hear someone whispering like inches from my fucking face, and it was so absolutely terrifying. It was so real feeling. Like I could have sworn if I put my hand out, I would have touched somebody, right? Like that's what it sounded like. And they were whispering the name of who this guy was. His name was Jack. I know, imaginative, right? But that's part of what makes me think it wasn't sleep paralysis, because like would sleep paralysis continue on from a dream I was having? I don't know. I don't know enough about sleep paralysis, but so that's why I think it was more just like an auditory sensation. And because I was still like in that like limbo of waking up and still being asleep, I was just like paralyzed with fear, because in my mind I was like, oh my god, so either there is really a horrible demon or spirit that's now in my house, and it's looking for that guy who I chased off, or he's in my house ready to kill me, and it's like fucking Friday the 13th when Jason, or when his mom is like talking in his voice, and it's it's a close up of a grown woman's face, and she's going, "Kill her, mommy, kill her!" Like it's that kind of thing. Like he's hearing this voice and he's saying it out loud. So I was fucking terrified. I couldn't move. I was so scared. And then eventually my eyes opened, and of course there's nothing there. But I just had this horrible feeling all the way up until my eyes opened. It's the scariest goddamn thing. I thought someone was in my room, like, waiting for me to open my eyes so they could kill me. It was so fucking scary. Because, like, my eyes were definitely shut, but I could picture that there was, like, this horrible hag or something, waiting for me to open my eyes, and she was, like, inches from my fucking face. But yeah, it was, ugh, God, that was so creepy. I don't remember if I told this in the dreams video, but I have had just sleep paralysis before, which was fucking scary. I'll just tell the quick version just in case I already did. I was in a motel room, and there was like a darkness that was encroaching on me, and it wasn't a shadow. It was like a presence that was distinct from the darkness around it, but it didn't have like a defined shape. But it was like intelligently moving, and it was coming towards me, and it was just kind of making this horrible like whispering breath sound as it was getting closer. And my eyes were wide open for that. I could not look away. In fact, that was fucking scary as shit too. But yeah, jeez. I still feel a little like creeped out from this morning. That was creepy. And then I wake up, I go into the bathroom, and then my nose starts bleeding like crazy. And it's like, oh boy, if this was a horror movie, this would be one of those signs that things are getting worse. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Just a little eerie. Thought I'd share. Anyone else who's ever had these like auditory hallucinations while waking up from a dream, please let me know, because God, that shit's scary. It feels so real because you're definitely awake. It's the kind of thing where it's like you can't mistake it for a dream because you are awake. You can feel everything. You can feel your heartbeat. You can feel like anxiety building in your chest. You can hear, and your eyes are definitely, well, in this case they were closed, but like I could tell I was awake. It was really fucking spooky. So yeah, if anyone else has ever had that experience, let me know in the comments, so we can fucking have a little support group here for how traumatizing that shit is. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. That's it for today.